Hey, Drew James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I hope you're having a really good day. And I've got for you here a really wonderful ballad by Bruno Mars, When I Was Your Man, arranged for fingerstyle guitar. Now you can get the tab to this completely for free at my site. I'll tell you how to do that in just a moment. And also you can get part 2 of this video, which has quite a lot more of the song and obviously the remainder of the tab, another actual page and a bit of the tab with that lovely midsection that you can learn. So you can get part 2 of the video and the tab over at the website. It just takes a name and email address to join, and it's all completely free. I've left a link in the video now and a link in the video description. Also, if you like this arrangement, please give my videos a thumbs up. It really helps me and the channel. Let's start learning how to play this great song. Okay, so I hope you've got the tab. What I'm going to do is I'm going to always play a couple of bars first, and then I'll break it down how I'm doing it, and we'll just keep that going, and I'll try to summarize parts as we go. Right, so this is fingerstyle guitar. So the general rule that I have for fingerstyle is I base it on a classical rule, which is the thumb plays the top 3 strings, the Eddie 8 and the dynamite string, the E, A and D. The index finger plays the G string, the middle finger plays the B, and the ring finger plays the E. So that's Eddie 8, dynamite, goodbye, Eddie. Okay, now when we get started, you can see here on this camera that I've got a capo on fret 5 for this. This keeps it at the original key of the song. I think it sounds really nice like this, and I've tried it without a capo. It just doesn't sound as good, so I've left that on 5. Okay, and everything is relative to that. So if I say fret 1, it's here. Technically, it's fret 6, fret 2, etc. So let's get all that out of the way. Let's play the first couple of bars. So it starts off reasonably straightforward as long as you know your chords. The first chord is an A7, so that's ring finger on the 2nd fret on the B string and middle finger on the 2nd fret on the D string. Some of you may do it like this, doesn't really matter. And with the side of your thumb, you're going to strum down the strings, bottom 5. That chord is going to change to an A minor 7. Keep this the same, just lift up your ring finger and put your index finger on fret 1 on the B string. So you've got A7, A7, A minor 7, and then we're going to do a G chord. Now you can do a full G, that's fine, but we actually only need the top 5 strings. So I use my middle finger on fret 2 on the A and my ring finger on fret 3 on the E. You could also use your dominant fingers, index and middle, but I like to use this because it keeps my index and pinky finger free for doing other things. Anyway, strumming and holding for 3 beats, which I'll show you in just a minute. Then we go 2nd fret on the G and open on the B using our index and middle on our fretting hands. Don't forget the fingerstyle rule. So A7, which we hold for 2 beats, 1, 2, and the A minor 7 for a further 2 beats, 3, 4, then the G, and we're going to strum it for 3 beats, 1, 2, 3, then. Okay. Bars 3 and 4 are pretty much the same as bars 1 and 2, so let's give it a roll. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, bar 4 is a little bit different. So bar 3 is the same, don't need to show you that, A7, A minor 7. Then when you do the G this time in bar 4, you go 3rd fret on the thickest twice using your thumb. Then play 2nd fret on the thinnest. This is just the piano rolling down, because it's a piano song. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then off we go. So let's play 5 and 6 now. Okay, so it's based around some chords which you might know, and I hope you do. So the first chord is an E minor. So you're holding down fret 2 on the A and the D string, and you're going to strum with the side of your thumb the top 5 strings. Then open on B, then playing E and B, and then B quickly. So it's B, pinch, B, 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 pull E and B string, which is called a pinch. Then move your ring finger up to fret 3 on the E string, pinching the thumb and the B string, and open B again. And then finally, pinching again the 3rd fret on the B string, and then we're playing 2, on the G string, and we're going to flick your finger down or pull your finger off. It's called a pull off or flick off. It's where you apply pressure to the string and you drag your finger off to get from 2 to 0. And that's why there's a P above on the tab. You can pick it quickly if you want to, if you're just trying to get the hang of the tune. But one day, try to flick it off. So, bar 5. Good, then move to an A minor. So you are fret 2 on the D and the G string and index finger on fret 1 on the B string. You're actually going to start with the index finger lifted up, playing the A string and the B string, but then you're going to put it down quickly to get that first fret that you need in bar 6. And then pinching A in the first fret. Then A string, then middle, index, thumb. So A, B, D, G. Good, let's look at the next 2 bars. Okay, so bar 7, you can see it's got a lot of notes in it, but the good thing is that there's only 3 notes. It's just what order we're doing them in. So we're going to be holding down middle fret, 2nd fret with our middle finger on the G string. And we're going to play the open D, the string above, and then we're going to strike that 2nd fret with our index finger. And then we're going to pull the D and the G together, the middle 2 strings. And then we're going to play quickly the G string twice. So good, next half of the bars. So we're going to play the 2 and the 0 again, the middle strings, pinch those and flick away to do an open string. Or you could pick it if you wanted to, but then put it back again. So that's that part. And then the final part of the bar. Now, the way that I've been playing it is you pinch it, flick it, hammer it, flick it. A hammer is where you slap the string rather than striking anything on your fretting hand. Or you could go and pick it like that with all index finger. And it's up to you. So the important thing is just to know when you're holding down the middle finger and when you're not. Let go. Let go, let go. Okay, into the next bar. So we put the middle finger back down on fret 2 on the G string, and the ring finger comes onto fret 3 on the thickest string. Pull those 2 strings, so that's thumb and index finger, then open B twice. Then play 2 threes on this thicker string, then 2, just like we did earlier in the intro. So that bar is... Okay, good. So I was about to say, right, well, I'll do a recap, but actually bar 9 is the same as bar 5. But anyway, I'll do a quick recap of bar 7 first of all. Okay, now bar 9, I'll do the next 2 bars, 9 and 10. So bar 9 is the same as bar 5, so we've done that already. It's exactly the same. So strum the E minor, open B, then 3rd fret on thickest, flicking off 2, 0. And then bar 10 isn't quite the same as bar 6, but it's pretty close. So you make your A minor like before, play the A and the B string, so lifting up the index finger of the A minor, then putting it down and playing it by itself. Then use your pinky to hold down fret 3 on the B string also, and you're going to pinch the A and that to get that sound. So this is the pinky being played. But I'd like you to flick the pinky away so that it gets this 1 behind it. So if you leave the index down and the pinky blocks out the index, but you flick it away to get that 1 sound, to get that. Or you could go and just double pick, then 2 open A strings. So that bar again. I'll do it one more. And this is kind of like bar 7, so it's kind of the same. So it's open on D, fret 2, and then pinching the D and the fret 2, then fret 2 twice, and then playing the D with a flick off on the 2, then open D and B string, then that 2 again on the G. And then bar 12. Okay, so let me go into detail on that. So it's 3rd fret on the thickest string, playing the open G string with a pinch, so that's thumb and index, then thumb playing open D, open G, open D. Then 2nd fret on the A string, playing that open G at the same time, then 2nd fret on the G, then 2nd fret on D, and then I use pinky on the 4 on the D. Not quite sure on the fingers I'm using on there yet, to be honest with you. Here's the next 2 bars, which I've called bridge. Okay, so 3rd fret on the thinnest string. And you're doing a big pinch, I call it. So it's where the thumb plays the thickest string, index, middle, and ring. So it's kind of all of the fingers that we could possibly use apart from the little finger. You pull them all together, then play 2 on the thinnest string. Then do the same big pinch but holding down nothing. Then 3 on the B string. Okay, then moving to a B minor chord, which is what I prefer to do. You could cheat it and do something like this, but B minor chord's really the way to go. So that's fret 2 on the bottom 5 strings, middle finger on fret 3 on the B, and ring finger on fret 4 on the D and G. Obviously, this is all relative to the capo. And you're going to play the top, the A and the B string, and you're going to hold that into the next bar. That's what those brackets are around the 2-2, so you don't replay them. Then middle finger on the 3 and index on the 4. So. Good. Now, thumb over, or you can do it like this, but I prefer to bring my thumb over on fret 1, doing a Hendrix grip on the thickest string, and index finger on fret 1 on the B string. I might as well move into the next bar. Okay, so not really much to do, just need to know when you're pinching, when you're not. So keep these ones held down. So you go thumb, middle, pinch, middle, pinch, middle, pinch, flick off, flick off. So I'm going 1 flick off, but not re-pinching. Then 3rd fret on the thickest string and playing the open B string, then open G, moving into our chorus. So let's do that again. Okay, good. So, into our chorus. Okay, so the little lead up into the chorus, that little 2-4 bar of 16, is the 3rd fret on the thickest string and playing the open thinner string. Then with the pinky, I'm just finding fret 3 on the B string and playing it 3 times. Then open thinnest. Good, moving into the chorus. I kind of loosely use a C chord for this. So if you make a C, you're kind of halfway there. You don't need the index finger. So it is a C chord, but instead of being up there with the middle finger, it actually needs to come down to the G string. And Anyway, we're pinching the A and the open B string, then playing that 2 that this finger's touching, then moving the middle finger up to its normal position of C. As I said, none of this uses the index finger. I mean, that's normally a C. Then open G, open D, open G twice, and then 2nd fret on the G. Next bar. Good. So 3rd fret on the thickest string, playing the open B string as a pinch, then open G, open D, open G. And then pinching top and bottom string, keeping our 3 held down on the thickest. And we've got that pinky doing its normal duties on the 3rd fret on the B string. 3 of them again, then open thinnest. Okay, so let's do 16, 17 and 18. Okay, good. Into 19. Now it's very similar to 17, the beginning of the chorus. It's all exactly the same initially, so it's based around this C chord, but with the middle finger down on the G string, then putting it back. Then open G, open D. And that's the one bit that's just a little bit different in comparison to the first bar of the chorus. So what am I doing there? Well, this is all the same. Open D, fret 2 on the G string, pick it twice as a 16, so quick. Then open B, and then put that 2 back again. But you could leave it held down. Into bar 20. So that's 20 and 21. Let's have a look at that in more detail. So it's 3rd fret on the thickest string, pinching that with the G string, so that's thumb and index finger on your picking hand. Then open D, open G, open D. That's the first half of the bar. Then pinching top and bottom string, pinky doing its normal thing. So it's going 3, 3, 3 on the B string, but this time it moves down to the thinner string. Then moving to our C bass note here on the 3rd fret on the A string, pinching that note that we've got with the ring finger on the thinner string. Pinky once again doing its thing on the 3rd fret. 3 3s, let's call it that, on the B string. An index finger spare to do 1 on the B string. Then move the ring down to fret 3 on the B string, pinching the D string and that B. 3 3s again, but 1st fret or after that. So let's recap 20 and 21 for you. Okay, next few bars, hope you're staying with me. Okay, so this is 22 and 21. So we're starting off with a pinch on the E and the B string, and then 3rd fret on the B string, then open on thinnest. Then pinching the A and the E string, then 3rd fret on the B string, and then open on the B string. Good, 23. So once again, our usual C thing, but with the middle finger down here. We've had this before a few times. Pinching the A and the open B string, 2nd fret on the G, then 2nd fret on the D. Open G string twice. Then putting the middle finger back in its unusual C position, pinching those 2 strings, the G and the B, then open B, 2, and flicking off. Well, you don't have to flick off, you can pick it. and then into bracketed 1, which does this. Ready to do a repeat, which I'll talk to you about in just a moment, okay? So 24 is the thickest string on the 3rd fret and playing the open D string as a pinch, then open G string as a pinch, then thumb on D, open D, G, D, then thumb on its thickest, thumb on the D, then 2nd fret on the thickest, thumb on the D. And now that repeats back to bars 5, okay? So on the music here, it goes back to there. So that's page 1, and it goes all the way round in a circle until you get to, and then when you get back round to this piece, this is called bracketed 1, this little bar at the top with the 1 on it, and then you'll see the next one round actually has a 2. So you skip out bar 1 and instead you do 2. And that goes into our midsection, which I'll be taking you through how to do in part 2 of the video. Don't forget, if you want part 2, all you have to do is sign up to the student area. It's completely free and you'll get the tab there and part 2 of this lesson. If you have enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Keep on playing.